extra time. সত্যি জীবন গড়ে দেয়।
You have a problem when it comes to the backup pacers, and also the spinners haven't contributed. Is that an area of concern heading into this virtual semi-final?
Yeah, it is an area of concern. As you say, Rubel has been very, very consistent. If the other guys can step up, I mean, it will give us a little bit more cushion. Someone like Mustafiz, we would like to see him, you know, not putting him under pressure, but we know what he can do. So if he has a good game and Rubel has a good game, it will help us tremendously. The spinners has not been as spot on as we would have liked them to be, but they have had good patches as well. So I think if we can put everything together in a good, you know, and everybody can chip in as best as they can and do their bit, it will give us a very good chance.
Okay, as the head coach of the team, what is your assessment of the bowling and the batting department? How comfortable are you if the conditions remain same tomorrow and also? What would you reckon? Comfortable chasing or defending?
Well, we are ready for anything. I mean, the conditions have been reasonably good so far. Most of the wins came from teams chasing, so we tried that again yesterday. But we're up to do anything, bat first or bowl first. I think we just need to put together whatever we're doing as best as we know we can to give ourselves a good chance. So at the moment, whatever happens, we're happy to chase, we're happy to bat first. The conditions have been pretty good, and you know, we're not going to look to blame that. We just need to play a lot better.
Mushfiqur has been the key main batsman for Bangladesh. You think that you need others also to put their hands up and start giving some support for him?
Yeah, it's obvious that we need the other. I mean, everybody, quite a few of the other batters have gotten started, and you'd want them to continue to sort of finish it off. He's been the most consistent, and it goes back to what we've been trying to get done, that a little bit more consistency in our all-round play. So I think it would be good if other batters, you know, sort of put their hands up and sort of help him to relieve whatever pressure there might be. But he's been playing tremendously well. We want him to continue. And I think the other batters are getting hungry, and hopefully we can get some other big scores from them as well.
Well, Courtney, more on burnout, in especially T20 cricket, is it hampering the progress of a fast bowler? I mean, are fast bowlers just becoming redundant now? The players like you, Kurt, Ambrose and Wasim Akram?
No, I don't think it's doing that. I think it's giving you different skills, and what it does, it gives you a different skill set to practice. And if you're on song with it on the day, you're going to be okay. If you're a little bit off song, you're gonna pay the penalty. So it's, I mean, T20 is more orientated for batsmen. The crowds want to see big boundaries. Yes, they still want to see good Yorkers and good skills being practiced, but at the end of the day, it's more or less tailor-made for batting and for spectators. So it's a good skill set to have, and I don't think it's going to diminish fast bowlers. You might have just specialist guys or guys who can do it a lot better than others.
Player burnout today because here. Award on player burnout today because a lot of these T20 matches and a lot of cricket being played these days. And is it taking a toll on the Bangladesh bowlers, particularly talking about Mustafizur, because obviously he has burst into the scene, everyone knows, but then he looked a little bit off color. So what do you say about the player burnout? Means with a lot of crickets being played these days?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a player burnout. Obviously, there's a lot of cricket being played. You're going to have good tours, you're going to have bad tours, you're going to have good games, you're going to have bad games. The bowlers have not put it together as consistently as we would have liked, but that doesn't mean they're bad bowlers overnight. I mean, it's different conditions. They're trying to get the fittings right. Obviously, from where we sit, we'd like a little bit more consistency, but I don't think the guys have done that badly that, you know, I would want to be saying that they're not up to par. Most of these guys are youngsters as well, and they're still learning the trade. So, you know, we've just got to give them a chance, and I think this game is a very crucial game. And let's hope that Mustafiz can step up to the plate as well as we know he can, because, I mean, in the PSL, he had some fantastic games. So it's just a case of getting a couple good games here as well. And, I mean, one game could make a difference to a player. So it could be his game, it could be another bowler game, but we're hoping that he comes good as well pretty soon.
Courtney, obviously the need of the hour for this format is to have the variations, particularly during the takeovers. We have seen in this tournament the likes of Shakib is bowling the knuckleball quite often, and he has been successful in this tournament. So how crucial is the variations for the fast bowlers, especially particularly if you are bowling at the table?
very, very crucial. And I mean, it was evident yesterday again, and it shows in this tournament that you have to have that variation, you have to have that extra change of pace, and you have to have those good Yorkers at the end. So it's what makes or complete the skill set that we've been speaking about, and that's what we have to try to execute in the middle. The boys have the skills, but it's the execution in the middle at the moment that has not been as consistent or as good as we know it can be.
What kind of change Bangladesh can have tomorrow's match?
He's on his way here, and he'll have to be assessed like any other player. So we'll have a look at him and assess to see if he's fit enough to play. And if he's fit enough to play, obviously, with someone of his class and caliber, it's something that we'll have to consider. So he's on his way here, and once we assess him, then we can make an announcement after that.
Courtney, again about Shakib, do you feel he has been rushed back because the team needs him badly, and is there any scope of confusion about the role? Because Mahmoudullah is the captain. If Shakib comes and he plays, who will be the captain? Is there any chance of confusion about the roles of them?
No, he was here before. I mean, he came over with the team, met the team here. We had good get together. We expected him. We were hoping that he would be fit enough to come back to play. He's gone and done the test. He had a net session, so he's coming back for an assessment, and I think there's no confusion. Once he comes back, we will sit down with everybody and see what's best. And as I said earlier, whatever we do, we are doing it in the interest of Bangladesh cricket to ensure. If he's fit to play, then obviously he will be considered. If he's not fit to play, the team knows. So it won't be anything confusing.
Coach, obviously you want to get into the finals. After the loss of yesterday, how you regroup yourself as a team and mentally and physically take ready for the Sri Lankans tomorrow?
Well, I mean, obviously yesterday's game would have been a nice win if we were able to pull that off, but it still would not have guaranteed us a spot in it. This game, whichever team wins this game is into the final. So this is a game that you have to be built up for fully, and we're up for the challenge. We have to come and play good, consistent cricket, and if we can repeat that and play to our plans and play to our type of as best of our ability as we can, we'll give ourselves a chance. I mean, we're up for the game. The guys are up for the game, and just having a sort of more relaxed day today and get us refocus as to what we have to do.
Make you big in cricket because you come from a West Indies era. There's a lot of crowd pressure in Bangladesh. So how do you deal with it? And you have a support staff system, one from India, one from Australia. So can you be specific how things work behind the scene, what roles are set, and how you go about it?
Well, I'll start off where you left from. We make plans beforehand, so all the coaching staff have meetings, get them together, and we discuss what we think is best for Bangladesh cricket, and that's what we put on the forefront. So everything is geared towards the players and trying to get them to improve in whatever department I would think needs to be improved upon. And if there's anything that we need to do specifically or technically to the players, we try to do that behind the scenes as well. So there's a lot of planning that goes on behind the scenes as to how we want to play and the approach. And then once the players buys into it, it's a lot easier for us. If the players doesn't buy into it, then we've got to work out and convince them as to what we think is best. But at the end of the day, the players want what's best for Bangladesh cricket, and the coaches, all the coaching staff, want what's best for Bangladesh cricket. So that's what we're striving to do. In terms of, as you asked earlier about being from overseas and stuff, the passion that is there for the cricket, I mean, is second to none. I mean, I think, I'll say probably India or in the subcontinent is the only other places I see, and here in Sri Lanka, where the passion is so overwhelming. And it used to be the same in Pakistan when we played there. So there's a love for the game, and the fans is expecting good stuff. Sometimes it put the players under a bit of pressure, but that's how you become great, or you get better at what you're doing. So the players will just have to adapt, and it's work in progress.
Going into this game, tomorrow's game, it's more or less like a semi-final. I mean, how do you sort of rate Bangladesh's chances, and how much have they improved while the tournament has been going on?
Obviously, as I said, tomorrow's game is a semi-final. I mean, both teams need to win to get through to the final, so it's a very important game. I think the competition so far has been very good, and we just need to fine-tune a little bit more. But we have been playing some good cricket, and it gives us an opportunity tomorrow to get into a final. So that's what we're working towards.
Well, Courtney, taking on from where Sadi said, have you been happy with how Bangladesh have bowled in this tournament?
If I was to say yes, I would be lying. I mean, we have bowled okay, but not as good as I know we can. So there's room for improvement, and we're striving on that and working on that. And the improvement is coming, but it's probably not as quickly as we'd have liked. But the boys are getting better, and hopefully, if we can put it together in tomorrow's game, it will be a big plus for us.
লেটেস্ট নিউজ আর এক্সক্লুসিভ ভিডিওর সঙ্গে আপডেট থাকতে এখনই সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের ইউটিউব চ্যানেল। বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করতে ভুলবেন না যেন।